Moms have a tough job, the toughest job uh, in the world. It's important that Mothers Out Front is reaching the women who usually are not reached because of those struggles. All the stuff that I saw on the news and social media and everything that was really scary, and I didn't know what to do about it. And that made things really terrifying for me and my daughter.
I remember feeling so anxious about everything. Like I shouldn't have to think about air pollution when I'm trying to do something simple of opening a window because it's so hot.
I ended up in Pueblo. After I got pregnant, my family lives close by. She is the light of my life, obviously. She is my reason for everything, for my reason to fight for our planet.
My name's Jamie Valdez. I was born in Pueblo, born and raised. We have a coal plant here in Pueblo. The energy that's produced there is not even serving our community. It serves mostly the Denver metro area. It's also Pueblo's #1 source of toxic air contaminants. According to the EPA, race, more than any other factor, is a determinant of whether someone will live close to a major polluter. Pueblo is nearly 50% Latino, Latina, and indigenous. So race is definitely a big factor, as it is with most sacrifice zones. Sacrifice zone is a geographic area that has been exploited and used for the resources.
It's really hard to take on these giants that are made for profit, but we're doing it.
We were able to get XL Energy to agree to move the retirement date from their original planned date of 2070 down to 2031.
Mothers can do this work, and they can fight for their child's future. So there is basically no air quality monitoring Pueblo.
The only thing we have to go on to determine the state of our air quality is the self-reporting of the polluters themselves.
So the Air Monitor program is Clean Air Pueblo. It's a project of Mothers Out Front.
We've already recruited people from the community, either just individuals and or businesses, who have agreed to put these air monitors that we're ordering on their houses or their businesses. And that way we can start to plot data points around the town and find out what the air is like in the neighborhoods where people are actually living their lives. Mothers Out Front likes to operate at the grassroots level by empowering our local community members, specifically our moms and marginalized communities.
My partner's name is Jamie, and we have 2 kids together. I had known about how East Boston was like in the same neighborhood as Logan Airport. I didn't really think much of it. Here in East Boston, we're a dynamic and diverse community. People of color are often the ones who bear most of the burden. It's so hard to think about all these different environmental justice issues when there's so much going on. People are trying to put food on the table, pay their rent. A lot of cars will drive to Logan Airport to pick up passengers, drop off passengers, and there is a law in Massachusetts that you can't idle for more than 5 minutes. Most cars do end up idling for an average of 12 and a half minutes past that 5-minute law. Mothers Out Front were able to organize a demonstration where we went to Logan Airport to the curbs of the terminal to ask drivers to turn off their engine while waiting to pick up passengers. After the demonstration, Logan Airport installed some signs about not idling, which was really cool that we were able to see like a response. Mothers Out Front take such a scary, daunting problem, and we're able to make it so that there are tangible steps and there are ways that people have made change in other communities that we can do here.
Right at the corner where I live, there's a half-a-mile stretch where every single tree is dead. This area all behind and near where we're standing used to have trees, and really shortly thereafter it had dead trees. And I had reached out to the urban forester to say, are you going to replant? What's going on here? And was told that there was a gas leak and it was smothering the roots of the tree so that no tree could survive there. I knew that Mothers Out Front was doing work to help stop gas leaks in Massachusetts and decided to see if there was any way that I could get connected with them and see if we could get that gas leak fixed.
Our chapter took it on to figure out what needed to be done, and we had to get the city involved, we had to get the utility company involved, and we had to keep going to hold them accountable. So now they did fix the leaks.
So this is one of the about 12 or 13 empty tree boxes where the city had invested and put money into adding trees to this neighborhood, but the trees died. So now it's this kind of sad, sandy pit.
This is our campaign now, is we have to figure out how we can advocate, who we can talk to so that they can plant trees.
As a mom, I found it really difficult sometimes to enter the activist space because it isn't necessarily welcoming for moms who have other responsibilities around the clock and can't really find the time. Mothers Out Front is in a really unique position to create an inclusive space for moms and parents. Mothers Out Front has a campaign to electrify school buses and has been working with school boards to make that happen. As a mom, the thing that, of course, makes me want to get active in this space is the health of kids.
We spent a lot of time talking to the Fairfax County Public Schools School Board and educating them about electric school buses. Now our school system is committed to ending the use of diesel school buses by 2035, which is super exciting. The reason it happened is just because someone cared to keep pushing. And moms, I think, are really good at serving that role because it's our kids we're standing up for, it's our kids' future, and we're the ones who should be pushing.
We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now.
I'm a musical director for a choir that works on social justice and climate change. A lot of the work that I do now has been inspired by my son. My hope is that he doesn't have to worry about his children's future.
There are a lot of people who are just feeling the anxiety of climate change without really knowing what to do. And that's where we want to get involved. Community is like the antidote to despair.
Part of the way that I use my voice through Mothers Out Front is through music.
And so we were able to bring music into the halls of the People's House.
I picked all of the music and I put together a choir. And then we led 400 people in song at the Capitol. Music carries a way of pulling emotions that words don't always allow for.
This is a movement that needs everyone because this is a crisis that will impact everyone and one that no one person can solve.
Not everyone's going to be able to come down to the state capitol and chant and sing with us, but there's still ways to support.
You can participate in chunks that work for you.
I want women, mothers, grandmothers to have radical hope for our future.
Mothers Out Front empowers people to be the heroes that they've been waiting for.
Everybody that I've met in Mothers Out Front is compelled to do this work out of love for our children, out of love for other people's children, out of love for the next generation and the future.
I want my grandchildren to live in a world where we've taken the steps and done work to make meaningful change around climate.
We're able to see that bigger picture and learn from other chapters.
When we come together and say this is what we want as your constituents, they do listen to us.
I've already seen the changes in just a few short years. We have a lot of power, and Mothers Out Front is helping us use that power.
Your voice as a mother is important. When you join together with a group of people, then together we have the power.